Hey, what's up, band kiddos? This is RK Slade again, coming at you with episode 6 of Marching Band is Awesome Presents Let's Play Minecraft. We're going to jump right into our episode today and continue to finish our homestead here. I am just going to put together some tools here, and we're going to do some building on the house. And I'm just replacing some of the old stone and wood tools with some iron tools. And today I'm excited to talk about marching band. And it's been, 6 or 7 days since I've logged in and done an episode. I have been sick for like 3 or 4 days, and I'm just now getting over it. So apologize for that. And my goal really is to get an episode out every 2 or 3 days. So hopefully we'll get another one up in just another couple of days. So you can find us over on Facebook or on Instagram. Just search Marching Band is Awesome, and we'll be there. MarchingBandIsAwesome.com. Got a bunch of great articles and blog posts going on over there. And I like to feature videos, and I do one or two blog posts a week. And of course, there's the store. You can find all of our Bandcamp tank tops and tees and hoodies over there. And got a skeleton scoping me out over there. Looks like sunlight's going to take care of him. But we are putting the finishing touches on our little cottage here next to the lake. This is going to be our lakeside cottage. Kind of actually swamp side cottage, it looks like. But today's episode, without further ado, today's episode is dedicated to our Sousaphones. So let's talk a little bit about the Sousaphone. Of course, everybody that's in band knows what a sousaphone is, and I'm pronouncing it differently on purpose. Sousaphone or Sousaphone. Depends on where you're from, I guess. But if you play the Sousa, I think of John Philip Sousa. And so we're going to call it a sousaphone with hard S's. But if you play the Sousa, go ahead and give me a shout out down in the comments. I'm actually smiling because now every time I say the word, I second guess myself. But as a trumpet player, I don't have to say the word sousaphone a lot, so there you have it. But anyways, the sousaphone was built by James Welsh Pepper in 1893. And we all know that it's connected to John Philip Sousa, who basically requested that the tubas or the helicons that they were using at first in the United States Marine Band, they weren't projecting as well as he'd like, and so he commissioned James Pepper to build a new instrument, and out of their collaboration came the first sousaphone. And some folks will also link CONN, to the earlier sousaphones. They were to build the first version of their sousaphone in 1898, which is actually about 5 years after Pepper built the first one. So really, what Sousa wanted was a low brass instrument that he could hear, that the sound would come up and over the back of the band, and pretty much the same way like a concert tuba would do, but he wanted it for the marching band. And but anyway, so the first sousaphones were really kind of developed really as a hybrid concert / marching instrument. But Sousa basically wanted it for the band that he started as he left the Marine Band. And but anyways, one of the nicknames that was given to the early sousaphone was a rain catcher, and the reason was because the horn faced a little bit more upward to the sky. But some of the versions of the sousaphone actually allowed for a rotatable bell, so that the horn, or the bell of the horn, could be rotated around to the front. But anyways, that sousaphone really, with the forward-facing bell, is what we have today, and so that design has lasted for over 100 years. And so the sousaphone is a very cool instrument, and obviously we have some folks who march contras, and I've even seen bands that even use tubas. But whether you play either of those, the sousaphone is a really cool instrument. And just to kind of lighten things up, if you had to tell me a tuba joke or a sousaphone joke, what do you think you would say? Go ahead and give me a joke in the comments. I have a couple. What is the range of a sousaphone? 20 yards if you've got a good arm. Boom. So there are two Sousa players sitting in a car. Who's driving? Anybody? The policeman. Ba-doom-cha. Here's everybody's favorite. How do you fix a broken tuba? With a tuba glue. Ba-doom-pa. So yeah, that is much love for our low brass Sousas, tubas, and marching contras. I'm going to continue to collect resources here. Don't mind me, I'm just mindlessly playing Minecraft while talking about marching band. And you'll have to bear with me a little bit too, as I have been under the weather for the last several days, I said earlier. And thought it was allergies at first, and then it ended up being more of a chest cold. And so now when I lay down to go to sleep, I sound like I'm wheezing and having an asthma attack, which I'm not. Thankfully, I'm not. Thank goodness. But it's just funny how wheezy I can get. But anyways, we are finishing up the roof here. Get this mug finished. And let's see where we are here. Yeah. All right. This has been... I try to be creative with my builds here, so... Yep, there I go. That's what I get for being creative. And if you're wondering, just joining me, I continually hear these monsters, and the sounds are coming from underground. I'll eventually get to where they are and clear them out, but for now, every time I hear one, I get a little bit of a spook, but then I realize, oh yeah, they're in the mine. But for now, I'm just ignoring them out in the daylight. But anyways, back to the house. So I was trying to be creative with the design, so I like to put in rafters and beams and make it look like there's a big long, log rafter there at the top. And so I probably could have built a simple little, 4x4 hut and been fine with it, but I always have to build stairs and make the roof slanted. Anyways, I'll be spending a little bit of time here in this lakeside cottage, so I want it to look nice. Anyways, let's talk about marching band a little bit. Talked about the sousaphone. Before we dive into that, just remember we also have a mailing list, and you can find us at bit.ly/MBIA list. The MBIA stands for Marching Band is Awesome, and they are capitalized, and the list is not capitalized. So MBIA list. That's bit.ly/MBIA list, and the MBIA is all caps. So it looks like it's getting a little dark here. I still have a few things to finish up, and so I'm going to go on for a few more minutes, even after dark. I try to wrap things up right as the sun is going down, but still got some things to finish up here. Get some lights everywhere. See, I follow a pattern there. But anyways, real quickly in the next 2 minutes that I've got, let's talk about marching band and ask this simple question. Is marching band a sport? Some folks say no, some folks say yes. I'm going to give you the simple definition of sport, and this is going to come from the Oxford Dictionary. The Oxford folks have been making dictionaries for 150 years, and so the simple definition of sport, the noun sport, is an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. So let's break that down a little bit. An activity involving physical exertion and skill. Does marching band involve physical exertion? Yes. Think about band camp, think about marching around, think about the sousaphone players and the contra players holding their instruments. Skill, you better believe it. We work for hours perfecting the skill of marching in form, guiding the lines and shapes and stuff. An individual or team competes against another or others for entertainment. Definitely. We are definitely a team, especially high school, college. We represent our team, and we are competing against others, sometimes for glory and sometimes for competition, always for entertainment. I would say that without a doubt, according to that definition, that marching band definitely constitutes a sport. I am finishing up the remaining windows here in the house, and then we'll call it a day. Thanks for joining us. This has been episode 6. You can find me at marchingbandisawesome.com. This has been RK Slade. Say hey over on Instagram or Facebook. Marching Band is Awesome, and I'll be there. And of course, I'll see you in the next episode.